crazy dog days of summer, ain't it? Yeah. And we hope summer's going away. We're a little bit tired of it here. Yeah, you agree. You agree, don't you? You're a little bit tired of it. You're a little bit tired. Yes. Yeah. You're done with it. You're done with all this. Yes, you are. Yeah, my babies are done. I am too. Okay, yesterday. Alright. You gotta check on his ducks. And see, they don't even move away from him, but if I'm there, they do. But yesterday, don't you see this? Look at that. Yeah. We thought he was leaning over here eating mayors. No. This boy right here is getting him. I saw the leaves. And then I looked and half a pepper was gone. Looked like he ate the rest of it. Well, I guess any parasites he had are kind of done for. Yeah, it's still summer. It's still hot. It's still hot. You can see them all trying to stay cool. Yeah. I got some questions for you. Things just rattle in my head. And yesterday, as I was picking up one of them grocery bags, we won't name the brand because it doesn't matter, but we was picking up some of them grocery bags, and I thought, who determined that this was the good size to have for a grocery bag? Why are all the grocery bags pretty much that same size, unless you get a whole lot, and sometimes the stores have bigger ones, and I notice less and less those bigger ones are around, less and less. So I was just wondering, do any of you know who determined the size of a grocery bag? I almost said that. We don't want to get in trouble for naming brands at all, do we? Oh. Looks like he lost a fish. There's one. No, there's two. Oh. Sometimes they don't make it when we bring them home. Sometimes because there's too many. Sometimes it's just the travel. How are y'all doing today? I was in front of my husband. I had met him for a doctor appointment, and last Thursday, a woman in a minivan, she wasn't paying attention at a major. It's major for our town people, okay? It's where McDonald's and Applebee's is, just after the hospital. It's on the other end. But it's a very busy intersection at 4 o'clock. And the woman had 2 children, a 2 and a 4-year-old, in her van. She works for the Early Development Child Center. And my husband said stop. There was just enough room for me to get under the light and my husband. I was first at the light. I went through, and then my husband came behind me in his truck. And as we stopped because there was cars, a line of cars in front of us, there was no way for us to continue to go. All of a sudden, I saw my husband's truck literally raise up and shove forward, and he thought he was going to slam into me. There are no brake marks. She never even hit her brakes. What stopped her was his truck. Pretty sure it's totaled. Pretty unhappy about it. My daddy was the last thing he bought for us. Well, he gave us the money. He didn't like the banks making money, so he just gave us money and said pay him back, and he died before I got to pay him back. So I'm a little bit upset about it because it's something my daddy had bought. And I just, it was inattention. Even the police report said inattention because she had no brake marks. She could clearly see there was nothing. um, there was, it's 4 o'clock. It was a busy intersection. I mean, that's why only 2 of us made it through. She's completely behind the line. She should have never went through. She said, I was just going and he stopped. He was stopped. Well, yeah, because he couldn't go because of traffic, Y'all be careful. Pay attention when you're driving. These cell phones, there's too much distraction. And she had little ones in there, and she'd just been in a wreck. She said to us it was the other person's fault. I mean, of course, in her insurance agent, there is a claim number. She did have insurance, but my agent is going to call hers because I'm not happy because I'm not getting a response. They're supposed to get us a rental car. A rental car would be nice. Just, y'all be careful. Pay attention. Quit being so distracted, and I know it can happen. I know she would have preferred not to do it, but it could have been worse. And yes, my husband's been to the doctor. He's to go back again today. Let's move on from that and talk about something else. I notice a lot of people are using the word I digress. Like 3 or 4 channels that I watch, they say, I digress. But I digress. I guess that's the new word everybody's using. It's just something I notice. Sometimes it's just little things. It's nothing bad. That's nothing bad, really. It's just I noticed the word being used a lot. Maybe I digress when I go to changing subjects a lot, which I do. I know. My husband teases me. He says, you just change from one thing to another. I did find something interesting God's Word says. You read a verse several times, or you hear it, and then all of a sudden it's like, it takes on a new meaning. And, God talks about my people were scattered. But I hear rabbis calling for the people to come back. But then kind of what I'm seeing is I'm seeing some verses where God says he will gather his people from where they have been scattered. Yeah. It says he. In Jeremiah 49, he says, and I will break the bow of Elam, and I will set my throne down. So sometimes I wonder if you're thinking about things. Oh, hello. There's my babies. See? This is why, oh my God, please don't play around me like that. I don't want to get up. Look. There they go. See, isn't that a nice little distraction? Lord have mercy. See, chickens all just gathered up in there. But he says, I will do this. Sometimes, are we trying to do, you want to say hi, Maybelle? Sometimes are we trying to do his work, and do we try to rush things? I wonder about that accident. Was there something else that God was trying to save us from, wherein this is going to be her fault? It's all on her. Her insurance. It's not something out of our pocket. I mean, we kept that truck up really well. We just put all new front end parts under there. Oh, she kind of testy with him. Oh. But I just wonder, do we try to work God's work? Do we need to sit back and just let him take handle? I know we need to do things. I'm the first one to say, if you won't feed yourself, you don't need to eat. That's the problem. If you won't get up and get your own food, you know, if you give somebody food, they're just going to sit there. But if you teach them to make food, to create their own food, they'll take pride in it. They'll understand the hard work in it. And they will learn to do it themselves, because some of us are not going to always be here. And we need to teach others. We need to teach others how to take care of themselves. Well, I keep hearing a cool down. I hope y'all are having some nice weather. We're getting a little bit dry at this point. Seems like it's either feast or famine around here. It's either flood or fever here. I walked out the other day and I swear I stepped into the oven. I'm sure done with the heat and ready for a cool down. And I'm going to post a picture, my picture for this video, the thumbnail I reckon they call it. As I went out this morning, it sure was nice to pick my own food. Speaking of feeding yourself, it was nice to pick my own vegetables for dinner tonight. And that'll be the thumbnail on this. I hope y'all have a good day.